Good morning. This is Cindy. Welcome to my channel. And I have decided today to see how long it would take me to put together a signature from scratch. Scratch is a relative term. I do have some pre-made pieces I will be throwing in here. And I have made my signature already. I put that, oops, and this page is upside down. I did put this part together this morning just to see how long it would take me, and for the record it took me about 25 minutes. I'm going to say 25. We'll err on the side of a little bit longer. So we were already at 25 minutes, and so I don't always sew my signatures first. I tend to start putting in pockets and whatnot first. I think I'm going to keep this as a flip out, but I want to decorate it up some. I've not pulled my washies. I have not really pulled much, but I do have all of these pieces that came out of, hang on, I will show it to you. Come on. This particular kit, this is from Recollections. It is the Oxford Garden kit. There are 16 designs. You see a bunch of them here. Just leafing through it really fast. I did pull the cards that were in it. These end up being, these are pieces that I've pulled off the edges. They'll end up being like little washies that I can use. And I have taken a bunch of pieces out because I'm not going to use that particular color scheme. I'm going with the peachy orange and green colors. Anything that's purple I'm pulling out because I don't want to use that. These need to be put this way. I don't know if I'm going to use the sentiment or not. So we're going to see how long this takes. I've never done this. Not a video, well, I've never done a video like this, but I've never also really timed myself. So I'm going to let the camera just run and we'll see what happens. Got an extra piece on there, but doesn't matter. We're going to keep with that. This fits, but I'm thinking I might not use it because I may use it in the other one. No, I like the peach. We'll keep it. Again, that's a sentiment. It's really pretty, but it's kind of purpley, so I'm going to set that to the side. It's green, but it's not the quite the right green that we're using. I'm going to set, these all came from the same kit, but there are a couple of different choices in there. I do like those. We'll keep those. Like I said, this particular kit has, I guess you could use them like washies up at the top of the page. We'll keep that because it has some sentiment. That matches one of the pages in here. I don't know if I want the stripes, but I'll hang on to it for now. So I have all of these little stripy pieces that can be used. What do we have here? Is that the right color scheme? It is, just needs a little work. That obviously fits. This fits, just needs trimming because at one point when I was cutting these up this morning, I did not do a very good job on that, so we'll keep that, and we'll keep this. Okay, I'm pausing my video just for a moment so I can speak with my husband. Hang on just a second. Okay, I am back and just checking my camera to make sure I am actually in frame because I did move some things. And cut off that edge, and we'll cut off this edge. Okay, I did that very early this morning. I'm going to try very hard not to hit my table today. Problem is when I hit my table, you know what? Hang on a second. I'm going to pause just a second again. Okay, hopefully that did not goof up where I'm working too much, because what happens is I have my table and I have my tripod next to me, and what I tend to hit the tripod or I hit the table and it jiggles the tripod. This is my Delft Blue group. I'm moving you out of the way. These are pieces I'm not using. I'm moving you out of the way. Give myself a little bit more room here. I am kind of in between several projects, so I have a lot of stuff everywhere. Okay, that's statement. Okay, these are not sentiments. These are just little doodads that we can use. Put those up there, that up there. I think I'm going to save you for the cover. I like that on the cover. Is that in camera? Don't you like that? That'll be a nice piece for the cover. I mean, that's pretty, but I'm a little worried it's too busy. It gets lost. So we'll go with that. Okay, we've got these little taggy thingies. We're going to put those up there. We're going to put these up here. We'll keep that over there, but I'm going to put it on the bottom so that I don't actually use it by accident. Move those up there. Okay, I think we are organized. Oops. A couple more little washy thingies. A little couple fat washies. They're not really washies. They're the edges off of here, but that works all right. So because we have those little pieces, let me grab one of them. They are not two-sided. I want to grab one of the short ones. I could do this as a belly band, but I think I'm just going to do it to give it a little bit of support. So when you turn this over, where do I want to put it? Here. I think I might want to put it there so that when you flip this out, there's a little bit of support to it and it's not quite so flimsy. So I think I will do that. Let me get my glue organized here. So this has been a really busy month. If you've been following my channel, you know that. This has been busier than I am used to, that's for darn sure. Usually my husband does maybe one plein air event a month, which is really what he's doing this year. He has one this month and one next month. I'm going to pull that out and put it right here to add this to it so I don't get glue all over everything. I've asked the question of others and seen their responses about whether you sew your signatures in and then decorate them, or whether you decorate them and then sew them in. And it really seems to be I don't know, evenly split, I guess. I have a little bit of a tear there, so we may end up doing something else as well. Because I didn't mind the tear, but now that I've put the piece there to give it a little bit of, and I might put a little notch in there so that you can see. Or do I see? I'm thinking about whether I want to enclose it. Do I want to? Because if I do that, then I don't have to do anything on the inside. Maybe I do. Okay, we're going to close that up. This is an 8.5 by 14 piece of paper. It's a legal size piece. And I folded the two ends in to make pockets or flips or flaps or a flip flap. Of course, you know, I did that, and what should I have done first? You know it. I should have put my notch in. Okay. Grab my notcher. It's actually a hole punch, but I think we could still do this before it sets too much. Okay, right there. Now, if I were distressing this, I would have distressed it first. I'm not really planning to do much with distressing on this one because it's really kind of a springy thing, and I don't want it to look too old, to be honest with you. All right, so there. So we have this. We obviously need to do something with that inside cover because this is going to be a single signature. I am not going to go, okay, that kind of fits very nicely there, doesn't it? And I like how it brings in the cover. It matches here. Oh, my fingernails are dirty. Sorry about that. I mean, my fingernails are dirty because I was repotting a plant. This is what I get for repotting a plant without gloves on. If you want pretty looking nails and all of that, I'm afraid you'll have to watch somebody else, because I am not I can't fussy cut my nails and do all of that. Drives me crazy. Okay. I want to bring that in maybe. Do something with that. I want to put something behind it for sure. If I had a little bit of peach tissue paper, that would be perfect, but I don't have any peach and I don't have any green, and the yellow I have is yellow. So I'm going to leave that for the moment. I'm going to know that I want that there, but I don't know what I want to do with it. Okay, so I have this here. I can put a pocket in. I made these pockets yesterday and really had a good time with them. They're fairly small, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll still be able to put a tag or something in there. These are tags that came with it that I cut out. Again, I did all my cutting before I started. Do I want to round the edges? I have one here that I did the rounded edges on. Makes it a little bit, but when I round the edges, I tend to use it as a flap more than a pocket. This pocket I made, it has a cardstock back. It has actually several layers. It has a layer underneath. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to actually move my camera this way a little bit, so I'm a little bit more in frame. So it has a, let me think, handkerchief. I have a whole bunch of my mom's handkerchiefs, and I went through, okay, I got a bubble on there now. I went through a while back and I started scanning them in. And if I can, the problem is they're bigger than my scanner bed, so they don't, I'm not getting the whole handkerchief. I'm only getting part of the handkerchief. Most of it, I'm getting a lot of it, but I'm not getting all of it. I'm going to put it down fairly low so that there's lots of room for a tall piece if I choose to put a tall piece in there. So anyway, I scanned them, and I just scanned it on regular computer paper, and then I decided I'm going to back it, so I backed it onto cardstock. And then these, I bought, this was that washi that I got, it's Pink Fresh, from Pink Fresh Studios. And unfortunately, Rainbow Daisy from Pink Fresh Studios, I got that when I was in Canada, and played with it last night over the top of the hanky print, and I really liked how it came out. Okay, so that one's done. Okay, I'm going to leave this page blank so that people can write on it. I try to leave a couple pages completely empty. And I like to leave the white pages empty so that people can write on them as well. So I don't know that I'm going to put too much in here. I'll leave that for a minute. Oh, my doily is upside down. I'll tell you, I put this together and I put half of it upside down. Was not quite awake this morning. I really like how that doily fits against that. Isn't that nice? I could glue it down and do a collage here, and then just let people write as they will. I have this. I'm just figuring things out. I got these pieces too. I like, Problem is, these are really white and this is not. So I don't think I'm going to do that. Don't think I'm gonna do that. Could put a piece of this in there. Oh, that's really pretty. If I do that round thing and put that right on the... Okay. All right, normally I leave these as an extra flap, but they're really hard to write on, and there isn't much that you can do. Of course, when I do this now, I'm going to attach these two pieces of the signature to each other. So that gives me, I suppose, technically one less page. Sometimes I do this with a glue stick, but I'm not choosing to do so now just because my other glue is already out. There. And I'm not going to worry about these flopping, down too much because, well, first of all, I'm going to try and put a washi over the top of it. And let's see what happens here. I really enjoy these. What I wish they were was that I wish I had seen if they had it on, believe it or not, the pet tape. I know there's some controversy about using that, but I do like the clear sticker event for it instead. I am going to cut this off. This is sticky immediately on the back, but I do want to take a minute. I'm going to use my other scissors. Hang on. So I hope everyone is having a good day. It's a nice sunny day here in the Finger Lakes. It is supposed to go up into the 70s. Excuse me. It'll be nice if that happens. The weather has been in Elora was mostly in the 60s and the 50s. It was really kind of chilly. Okay, that kind of, I am not good with circles. Okay, I am going to take a second and take my paper here and just put all these extra pieces of washi on my paper because it is somewhat clear and it does kind of give a different look to some of the pieces on here. This is, for those of you who don't know, this is my extra washi pieces. And eventually I will, when it gets a little bit more covered, although it's getting there, it's really getting there, I will Mod Podge over the top of it and make tags out of it. Okay, so how does this look now? How did I get that? Did I get that all right? I think it looks okay. We're going to put you right here. I probably should have glued that a little bit more. Doesn't that look nice? Nice big piece. All right. It's pretty sticky, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, now, question, is it done? See, to me, I look at this and I say, oh, isn't that pretty? And it's done. And then somebody else would look at it and they'd add 6 or 7 other things to it, and it would be even better. And I'm just not that person, I guess. Okay, I'm going to leave it for now. We may come back to it. This is how I work. Whenever I am creating any of these things, I work on a piece and then I change my mind and then I do something different. I want to go back to that other green piece because I think what I'd like to do is add this to it. Yeah, I'm going to add that to it. I had a little bit of gold paper. Where's my gold paper? Hang on, I'm going to pause for a minute and go look for my gold paper. Okay, so I'm back when I actually have 2 different gold papers. This is from, we have friends that come over every once in a while, a lot of different friends that come over and bring wine when they come, because they know that we enjoy a good glass of wine on occasion. And a lot of times they will bring it, like a hostess gift in a bag. And these are the bags from the wine. So it's just a Mylar piece. I've kept them. I don't know that I like, when I put this together, do I like that gold around there? I also have this piece of gold that is a little bit smaller. To be honest with you, I don't know if I like the gold around there. I thought I would, but I'm not sure I do. Well, let's try it. Not that piece because it's too small. So let's cut a piece of this. I don't know. I've not worked a lot with this and it's pretty flimsy. So let's go ahead and cut it open so that I have one big piece. It's cutting pretty easily, that's for sure. I'm kind of having to make sure I don't cut. Come on. It's kind of stuck to it. Oh, look, it's just going to rip on me. Okay, well then, you know what? We'll just rip it open. What the heck? Since we don't really know what we're doing with it. And you can see through it. Wow. I obviously don't work with this very often, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just going to take a piece of it now that I have it open and can more or less see what I'm doing. It doesn't cut particularly well, and these are decent scissors, but okay, if you have worked with Mylar before, feel free to tell me your Mylar stories in the comments below. If I'm missing something, if there's an easier way to cut this stuff, let me know in the comments. There we go. Okay, the rest of this, you go away for now. Kind of refolding it just to get it out of my way. We'll take that gold, get you out of the way. Done. Okay, now we can see this a little bit better. I kind of liked how the other one had a scalloped edge to it. And I have bunches and bunches of these. Where's my purple ones? There we go. I like this particular edge. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, coming right about here. Will this cut Mylar? Or am I just setting myself up for frustration? Yeah, I think that latter is the, yeah, this is, no, that's, we're not going to bother with that. That's going to take way the heck too long. There we go. Get rid of that piece. I am about ready to say, you know what, bag this. You don't need a gold trim. I'm not sold on it anyway. And this is really not easy to work with. Okay, let's try it one more time, see if I like it. Okay. I guess it's okay. All right, I guess what we'll try to do, hang on a second, I'm going to move this out of the way. Bag these. That was a fail. Get rid of those, get rid of these. I think I'm going to try this with this is Fabri-Tac, and it sticks to everything so far. So hopefully it'll stick to Mylar. I'm a little concerned about trying to use my glue stick and sticking it to it. If it doesn't work, then we're going to fall back 10 yards and punt. All right. No, I am not a fan of football. It's just an analogy a friend of mine used to make all the time. Oh, there's a little bit of extra down there I should have trimmed off. Well, think it's too late now. Hopefully it's not noticeable. Okay. Okay, this is too wide, but that's all right. We'll get that off of there. So what experiments have you done that didn't work out? I'm not so sure this one's gonna. It is. I'm thinking I'm going to take that Mylar and I don't know, it can't be recycled. That's okay. You know what it is? It's cutting it one, apparently it has a nap because it cuts one way just fine and it doesn't cut the other way at all. Okay, and I have this extra piece here. Well, that's okay because I think I'm going to cut, it's not sticking in the corner very well. We're going to cut this down just a little bit. Like I said, these are sharp scissors, but boy, we're having a bit of an issue here. Okay. And that other piece of Mylar fell off, and I'm not, well, maybe I'll keep that, but I'm not keeping any of these pieces, that's for sure. And of course, with the static electricity, they're sticking everywhere. You know, those of you who use Mylar balloons, make sure you don't release them because they do play havoc with telephone lines when they get stuck. All right, I guess that looks okay. I like it. And the Fabri-Tac does seem to be holding. It's not exactly even all the way around, but then this is not an exact art, right? That's what I'm going to keep telling myself. Not an exact art. All right, I don't know if you can see where I am. I'm over here. I have to keep checking my camera because I do have a tendency to get work and not paying attention, and then I am out of frame. Okay, I have stuck my finger right in the glue. Big surprise. Let's see, I've got to bring it closer to me to be able to see. Okay, for better or for worse, there we go. It's in. I may stick like a little something down here in the corner. See, I've got another little bit of a rip here to the edge. I'm just going to take that off. I don't throw these away. Those go into a bag. I make all these little pieces, and then that'll make more paper. I make my own paper. I'm not using it in this particular piece because it's the wrong color from what I made last time. I made a really pretty spring green, but it's not quite the right spring green for this. All right, so that's done. Obviously, I'm doing the bigger sections first. I've got more of these. I think I want to do like, not so much there. This one's a little bit orangier. Where's my other one? I have another one here too. Could put that there, could put that there. Where's my book page? I have a book page in here somewhere. Oh, come back. Where is my book page? There we go. So I could easily put this here on my book page. What's on the flip side of my book page? That works. I think I like it on this side a little bit better. And I'm just gonna put it down at the bottom so you can just kind of, there's a tuck space. You can put tuck things in. This is not fancy. You know, if this were a fancy journal, I would be doing a lot more with, I'll just put a little bit up there, a lot more with pockets on pockets and tucks on pockets and all of that. But this is just kind of, ooh, you know what? I bet I have, let me grab a couple things. So I have these pre-made pockets. That kind of fits the right colors. Oh, that's a really cool tag I made, but it's very fat. That's not right. That's more for traveling. Do I want the plaid? Do you think the plaid fits in here somewhere? Maybe so. It's the right colors. We'll hang on to that. And I have a bunch of pre-made, some stamped, some not, some done up. That's kind of nice. These are obviously from hymn books. I don't know, we'll keep that in there. Maybe we'll use that. Ooh, ooh. I just saw something. A butterfly. I don't like him there, though. I got a bunch of butterflies. I got all these butterflies that I just bought. No, a little bit too dark for that. I'm not pleased with how that corner is. Oh, it's the, okay. My paper's coming up just a little bit from the glue. So we'll just do that. It's not the cardstock staying fine. It's just my washi's pulling up a little bit. Okay, and then now they've got a little spot. You can just tuck something in there. Fold a piece of paper up, put it in there. Okay, I have the music. You know, I watched Gail do this, Gail Augustinelli, and she's so good at it. She just, you know, let's put this together, let's put that together, and boom, 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 she's done. This has 1, 2 tuck spots, could be 3. It's very thin paper. That's my only concern with it. I think I'd rather have something like this on here, something that's a little bit sturdier. This came out of a book. It's an English book. It's like an 8th grade English book from, I don't know, the 1940s or some such. And obviously it had signatures, and I pulled the signature apart. Now, do I want it here? I really do think I kind of like it right there. Let me hold it. Sorry. Kind of go this way and see if because I've got these kind of peachy colors with a little, come on, you flip over that way, because you're still going to go in there. I just don't know how. And then you, and then, see, you're a little bit orangey on there as opposed to peachy. Yeah, they're still kind of peachy, and then we get this kind of orangey again. Yeah, you know what? No, I don't like it with that thing. And I want to leave my center. I like to leave the centers open, and I have the music piece in the center. So I'm going to leave that so that there's lots of writing space. But I like how much writing space is there too. So yeah, you're going to go over here. All right. Decision made. Now, I could leave this as like a belly band. I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and close that up. Let that ooze out, do its thing over here. Which means I probably should pull this down now, because I've gotten quite a bit of glue on there. All right. Now, sorry, I am just it is spring. I don't have too many allergies, but hang on. Sorry about that. I have a few. Okay. I have left it so that I can tuck something in the back. I can tuck something in a couple of different places. Did you? I do have a tuck spot there. Oh, you idiot. Hang on. I forgot to put my little thingamabob in here. And now it's... I could do this. There. We just put a little one in there. Just enough to say, hey, there's a spot here. There. Okay. I had a piece of paper in my hand. I don't know where it is. It's probably on the floor somewhere. Okay, I'm going to take that out for a second because I want to do this. I'm going to flip that there. I'm still going to keep that there because I want that there. I think I need to do something here. I probably need to do more on that. But that's getting things in. I'm going to leave this one because this is an Aesop fable. And I really kind of like how that fits in there. It's the monkey and the dolphin. And that's really kind of cool. Now I've got this here and I've got tags to put in there. My center here, I'm gonna, I can cover something there if I want. I have all of these pieces yet, so I could easily do, actually, you know what I think I'd rather do? I'd rather put, come on, can't pick it up. It'd be nice to do a belly band, big wide belly band there. Okay, decision made. Let me flip it over so that you won't be able to see the marks that I make. I think I'll mark it right here. Get out my... this is my new one, and I am really liking it because it has this little guide wire in down there, and boy, has it helped a lot. Hasn't helped, and I mean, I'm not particularly good at using it, but it does help. Okay, and we're going to put a belly band right here. And then look at that. We could put a tuck spot over our belly band. Okay. I do tend to use the phrases tuck spot, flip, pocket. I do tend to use them interchangeably. I like the fact that the number shows up there, so that gives it a little bit more, character. And I'm going to go ahead, because this is not very thick. I like it as a pocket. I like the design. What I don't like is the fact that the paper's a little bit thinner than I probably should have backed it before I did it. And I could probably do this with a glue thing, but I'm a little concerned the glue piece might not hold. Okay, so now here I have a tuck spot here, because I haven't put these down, and I don't think I'm going to. And then I have one here, because there's 1, 2, 3 spots, and then the belly band here. That was cool. Okay, I like that. See, this is how I create, a little bit at a time. Okay, Okay, I still have this, but that's really orangey on there, and I'm not really, I'm not loving the orange. It's really starting to drive me a little bit batty. Okay, we could go with just a little, I don't know which way the flowers go. If they have, I don't think, it's kind of an all over design. Okay, I'm not sure how much time this has been. It's been 40 minutes according to my clock. I think what I'm going to do is pause for a few minutes. I have not yet had breakfast, so I'm going to pause, have breakfast, come back at this again a little bit fresh. And if I'm keeping track of how long it takes me to put together a signature, I am at 40 minutes plus 25 minutes for all the cutting. And we'll see how we're doing. Okay, I'm pausing for now. Hey there, it's only been seconds for you. It's been a little bit of time for me, only because I have had to do laundry and I have had my breakfast now. And I went and did a couple of pages, a couple of pieces in here, and then realized I hadn't turned my camera back on. So I have now turned it on and am currently working on this piece. And I think I like how that looks. I'm trying to get myself a little bit straighter in here. I've kind of gotten a little bit off. There we go. We'll put my numbers up there so you can see where I am. Okay. All right. So I kind of like that. Just like that. Now, do I want to do this as a belly band and let that slide in and out? I think I maybe do. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this up. Yeah, it's a beautiful day, so I wanted to get some things out on the line. I tend to put out, certain parts of female underwear, and got a little bit of a line there, so we'll get rid of that. Sorry, I know I tend to stop talking when I'm lining things up. It takes concentration. So yeah, I do. I really enjoy putting clothes out on the line. I like how they smell when they come in. T-shirts tend to go out on the line. Of course, my bras, and my husband has bicycle shorts, and actually he has a couple of nylon shorts that they're running shorts, and it doesn't, you put them out on the line, it takes about 10 minutes for them to dry, especially if there's a nice breeze like there is today. And what I like most about it is it's free. Because those of you who know me well, I got something sticky over there, so I'm going to get rid of that. Those of you who know me well, you know that I do like, I don't know that I want to do anything else with that band. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Let me stay on a focus here for a moment. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's a mantra that I live by. Hence my junk journals. I have all of these pieces that I've collected over the years. I need to use them up. I need to get rid of some of my stash of papers because I need to clean out this stuff. I am in my late 60s, and eventually my kids are going to have to clean out this room, and I do not envy them because it's pretty stocked full. So I make the journals. Hopefully I will sell a few. This one will be for sale this weekend because, again, the goal is to finish it today. This is a one-day journal. I'm curious as to how long it's going to take me. I still need something there. Oops, this popped down when I fixed it a little bit, so let me pop that back up. I'm almost ready to sew my signature. Once I sew the signature, I can go through and do a little bit more of the decorating, put like tags and, not tags, labels, tickets, that sort of thing. Oh, and this was the one I was working on when I went downstairs. And then I came up and I did it and then realized I didn't turn on my camera. So I found the big yellow butterfly. I like that big yellow butterfly, and I did this page too. I'm going to leave this one flop free. It is the one that I pasted down over there. I glued that down. And I'm going to let this part flop free. And so I just found a little bit of washi, gave it a little bit of more firmness to it. And I haven't done anything in the back yet. So there's still a bunch of stuff to do. I guess the question becomes, how much of this can I get done in one day? Can I do an entire journal in a day? I think I can. But if I stand here talking about it, it's not going to happen. Okay, so we have this piece. That looks really nice there, doesn't it? I am going to take a minute, and it did not get as even on the end as I would have liked. And I know that many of you are sitting there going, but you really should distress the edges, but I really don't want this to be a distressed, this isn't so much of a vintage journal. Doesn't that look nice? Yeah, okay, you know what, I'm going to do this differently though. I'm going to attach that a little differently. I use mounting blocks. This is cardstock to cardstock. And I like the mounting blocks for cardstock to cardstock. I think it holds a little bit better if I can get it out of the piece. Okay. So these are just mounting squares. This particular set is from Recollections, double-sided mounting squares. I'll hold that up so you can see it. I don't see a lot of people using mounting squares in junk journals. When I watch the videos, I don't think I've ever seen anybody use them, but I used them all the time in scrapbooking. I can't tell you how many of these things I've gone through. And I really like how they hold. Every once in a while you get a pack that does not hold well. And if that has been your experience, try another pack. I am going to put a little bit of glue stick on here just because I don't want to use this as a belly band. I want this to be just a piece that sits here, and I've got places to line it up. Excellent. And now I know that that will stick there and it won't move around. And I really just like how that looks. Okay, I tend to go for simple rather than overly anything. Okay, I'm leaving the monkey and the dolphin. Now I could do a little bit with washi tape on the monkey and the dolphin, or rather than washi tape, because I don't really have any washi tape that matches this well. I could just give it a little bit of something next to it to kind of firm it up. And I know that I've got a little bit of white on there from the whatever was underneath it on the page. I think I'm going to go ahead. Hang on. I want to do this so I don't get glue on the page underneath it. The different ways we handle things. Okay, put the glue right up along the side. And attach that there. It just gives it a little bit of firmness. Okay. Okay, how did I do there? Not quite as well as I'd hoped. Take that off. There. Take that out. I keep closing it so that I can tuck and see how things are fitting. Yeah, I think that just works there. Just a little bit of color, because I really want the I want the story to show. It's an Aesop fable, and I think it's really cool. Out of an 8th grade reader from the 1940s. Got a tuck there. Got a tuck there. There was some place in here but I have not done. I did that. Where is it? Okay. I tend to decorate this side rather than, or the coffee dyed papers rather than these, because that's a nice, easy place to write. There's lots of room if you want to sketch, you want to put in a little drawing, arrange your text any way you want, that's fine. It works really well on the cardstock. On the coffee dyed paper, you really have to use the right kind of pen. I have discovered that if you don't use the right kind of pen, it tends to skip. I don't know. Do you like that? Because I like the, or do I want to go with a torn edge? What's on the other side here? Okay. We're gonna, somebody did this in one of the other journals that I have. Hang on, I'm gonna get that journal. Because the other option I have, rather than tear the edge, yeah, I'm grabbing it. I gotta move 6 things first. Okay, there we go. So in this journal, she did, I think it was this journal. Yeah, she did the torn edges like this. Move that out of the way because she's got some pieces here. So she kind of did this raggedy edge. And I thought she did it, yeah, she did it here too. I haven't done any of that sort of thing. Do I want to do it in this journal though? That becomes the issue. If I raggedy edge the edge, if I do that edge, is it going to be different? Well, I think if I do it on both pages, it'll be okay. All right, I'm ripping. I'm ripping. I don't know what it's going to end up being. So we're going to play. And if I don't like it, you know what I can do? I can always take it away and put it in a different journal at some other point. And I'm doing both pages together. There. And I'm just going to set these aside for now, but I'll probably end up ripping them up and making more paper out of those. Okay, now these really do need to be distressed in some color. Question becomes, what color? What color, what color, what color? Because I have this kind of peachy color. Again, if we don't like it, you know what? It's only paper and it's not sewn in. I can play around with it. I can give it a shot, see what I like, what I don't like. And then I can always change it. So I'm just distressing the edges a little bit here. It might be too orangey. Might be too orangey. And again, that's what I've got. More of the coffee dyed paper. If I don't like this, I'll just put it away. I'll use this for something else. Coming at it from this angle. Let's go ahead and do both sides. Yeah, I like the fact that, you know, I see so many people using only one color to distress with, but really, you can do it with any color. That's why I have the Bingo Daubers, but I don't have any Bingo Daubers in a light peach. I have a nice bright orange, like fluorescent orange, but I don't have this color. All right, let's see what that looks like. Put the top on the right way. So we put that in there. Put this in here. Get that out of the way. And what do we got? Well, I'm not hating it. Find the other end of it. Where's the other side of it? Okay, I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it either. So I think we'll go ahead and leave it. I do think it's off. Hang on. This is a vintage photo that's been on this particular, I swear it's like part of it. Okay, I like that a little better. That brings it down some. I like the orange, but if I just go over it with a very, very sporadic vintage photo, it's bringing it down just a little bit so that it's not quite so bright. And I have not hit this again on the pad. This is just whatever is on my dauber thingy here. There isn't a lot, so it's probably not even being picked up on the camera at all. But it's just bringing it down a tiny, tiny bit. Okay. All right, we're going to leave it like that. We're going to leave it. Okay, but I still think I want to put a pocket on there. I think. Okay, no matter where I go, it's going to show the double. See this, I like the fact that I can do this pocket this way. Don't want it there. Okay, it kind of pulls that in a little bit. I know that some of that is going to show. So yeah, I'm going to put that one here. And we'll make it a tuck spot. Maybe I will watch this. Because this has got a pattern on it, I can do this with it. I'm going to come down. Again, this is why I really like having that little guideline in there. As I can line this up along those. I'd like to, but I don't want to lose that pattern. So I want it to be, I think, right here. Now, I'm not going to just dress around the edges on here because I think that would be silly. But I'm going to leave this as a tuck. Come on. So that you can put something, you know, you can tuck something in like that. Okay, take my piece, throw that over there. And we're gluing. We are gluing once more, and we're only going to glue two sides, this side and this side. I got a great big glob up there, and probably not enough down here. Okay, got that there, and then on the flip side goes this one. Do I want to do the same thing and angle it? If I put it here, I can do a side pocket. Maybe I'll do that. Where's my... See, I'm remembering to do this ahead of time. Put that over there. And just do a side pocket. Yeah, that works. There it goes. Okay, if I'm off camera, I apologize. I'm only gluing, so I don't know that it matters that much. I've also done these with mounting squares, cutting them down and making them fit. There, side pocket. Get that out of the way. So how are we doing in time? Okay, I am at an hour. I'm going to go ahead and stop my video at this point. That's been an hour's worth of time, an hour and a half so far to put this together. In a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and, I think I'm going to do it as a separate video. I'm going to go ahead and sew it and decorate it, and then we'll see how long total it has taken. In the meantime, I'm going to close up my glue. And if you like this video, please hit subscribe and hit the like button. You use the bell for notifications on future videos. In the meantime, this is Cindy signing off on this first part of creating this particular journal.